Thank you. Next will be Ariana Brazier.
I'm Dr. Ariana Brazier, a resident of the city of Atlanta, District 11. My doctoral dissertation was about the ways Atlanta's Black families play under housing insecure conditions. My research took place in the Thomasville Heights area and was originally inspired by my experiences at the Peachtree and Pine Shelter. The closure of Peachtree Pine, succeeded by minimal growth in shelter capacity, has left unhoused and housing insecure Atlanta residents with no recourse. In 2022, the Atlanta Police Department was allotted a full third of the city's $700 million budget. In the same year, Mayor Andre Dickens announced a proposal to invest an additional $6.2 million, which only totaled a mere $25 million toward alleviating homelessness in his city. Comparatively, Cop City is seeking $33.5 million of city funding. The same budget cycle, the city only had 29 affordable rental units for every 100 extremely low-income families. In the same year, there were more than 24,000 applicants on the Atlanta Housing Authority waitlist. If we are truly committed to ending the cycles that propagate homelessness, and I need my city council representative to be listening, District 11, if we are truly committed to ending the cycles that propagate homelessness, Cop City can never be built. We must defund the police and invest in quality housing. And you, as city officials, must be accountable to the evidence of our lived experiences and the expressed needs of your people.
Thank you. Next will be Andres Durruti.
Hello, my name is Andres, and these are excerpts from my journal 4 days after the violent police raid on the music festival on March 5th. I am so overwhelmed. I can feel myself disconnected from my body. I feel it as if I'm in a dense fog. I feel confused. I find it difficult to think and imagine ahead. I cannot imagine what tomorrow looks like. Even though there is an awareness of what tomorrow brings, do I know tomorrow is guaranteed? What happened to me that day was the scariest moment of my life. I confused tear gas shots for gunshots. I thought a childhood friend was being shot at. I saw somebody being put in a chokehold, and I heard so many screams, including my own. This is what real terrorism looks like. And it wasn't done by forest defenders, it was done by state and local law enforcement and the politicians that carry the water for state-sponsored terrorism. Need I remind you, Cop City hasn't even been built yet. This project is dragging us to fascism, where the state uses terror to subdue movements, in music festivals, in neighborhoods where people are flying, in a tent in Willani Forest. Imagine the repression once this monstrosity is built. This $33 million package is a lifeline to the fascist project called Cop City. The madness we are living in must cease. This package cannot be passed. If it is, this will cement all of y'all's legacy as fascist collaborators. So join the movement for popular democracy, for abolition, for ecology, for justice. Stop Cop City. Stop clearing the forest. Justicia para Tortuguita. Free every political prisoner. Free the land. Land back. Black lives matter. Indigenous lives matter. Immigrant lives matter. Abolish the APD. Power to the people. All the people.
Next will be Yona Solomon. Yona Solomon's next. 2 minutes.
Afternoon, Council. I'm here as a resident of Gresham Park, 5 minutes from the site of the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. And let me say, I do not want Cop City. The fact that approval of the funds is still on the table is asinine, to say the least. How is this even still moving forward? Do you not see how objectively abhorrent this idea is? All the communities directly affected by this have made it clear they want no part of this, but still, y'all have insisted upon moving forward with this project. I know you all were elected to take action, but in this case, we're just saying, find something new to do. The city has so many issues, from maintaining roads to public transit to homelessness, and this is where our money is going? Law enforcement is already our biggest expenditure, and you're going to dedicate more money to it instead of the needs of our citizens? I suppose we don't really need medical care at Greenface. We need to be tear gassed. The other day on Boulder Crest, I saw a dead deer pushed out by the clear cutting. I couldn't help but look at that cadaver and think, we're destroying the only area in this, that local wildlife could survive, and making a space so it can train for further violence and pain. You seem to think this forest and its inhabitants are disposable, that this land has been hurt from plantations and prison farms and has regenerated. It still is. We the people care about this forest, but you don't seem to care about us. The people of Atlanta did not vote for this. The people of DeKalb County did not vote for this. What they did vote for were some of you on this council that claimed would put an end to this. Shout out Antonio Lewis. But you don't need me to tell you this. You've had hours of comment already, and you're not even halfway through. I'll say it now, and I'll say it till it's been accomplished and made obsolete. Stop Cop City.
Thank you. Next is Alan Peterson. 2 minutes.
Hi, y'all. I'm an 18-year Southeast Atlanta resident, and I work in the South River area very close to the proposed Cop City. Let me assure you that we who work close by do not feel safer because of our proximity. Quite the opposite. We feel endangered. As you know, there are way more people here today who attempted to do a public comment than could ever possibly fit into the allotted time. And I'm honored to be in solidarity with all of them, and I can skip forward a little bit rather than repeat a lot of what's been said more eloquently already. So I believe that it's important, I believe it's vital that our police officers receive proper training. That should be de-escalation training, not the further militarization of our police force. I ask you, have we learned nothing from the 3 years since the public murder of George Floyd? Have we learned nothing from the decade since Ferguson? The proposed training center is not a 21st century solution for our problems. If you've been listening, the effects of Cop City have already been awful, and it will continue to be even more so if it continues to develop. This is not the moment for business as usual. This is the day to learn from our past, to learn from current events, and to prevent this profoundly irresponsible allocation of our resources and our finances. City Council members, I ask you for your help. I know that we can do better than this. I know that you can do better than this. Will we make the city we love into the poster child for militarized police force, overwhelmingly against the will of the people who elected you? Or will we put a stop to this deeply irresponsible use of our money to develop a new solution that can lead the way with a new vision of what the police could be in the 21st century?
Thank you. Call the next